United Premier Soccer League game between the PSE Conquistadores and your Florida Tropics, presented by Bond Clinic. Here are the lineups for tonight's match. For the Conquistadors, number 8, Ansel Armentaros. The goalkeeper is Zach Barr. Number 14, Alberto Capodaca. Number 10, Nicholas Colaci. Number 17, Marcos Cruz. Number 4, Kyle Frudakis. Number 1, Arturo Hector. Number 6, Diego Hernandez. Number 11, Moreno Jorge. Number 13, Marcus Manetti. Number 2, Nathan Nahi. Number 12, Rolando Oviedo. Number 22, Bruno Rendon. Number 4, Brett Rivera. Number 7, Caleb Roldan. And number 5, Nicholas Scargo. And the lineup for your Florida Tropics, starting in goal. Number 1, Hugo Silva. At right back, number 2, Pablo Arias. At center back, number 3, Lucas Manolares. At center back, number 4, Fernando Moron. At left back, number 18, Guilherme Santos. At defensive mid, number 5, Pedro Ivo Diaz. At center mid, number 14, Corey Mills. At wing, number 8, Kellen Duque. At right wing, number 17, Bruno Enrique. At left wing, number 23, Alexandre Teixeira. And at forward, number 11, Ricardo Carvalho. Subs for the Tropics this evening in goal, number 0, George Navarrete. Defenseman, number 21, Glauco Trajano. Midfielder, number 12, Antonio Manfoot. Midfielder, number 6, Wendell Albuquerque. Midfielder, number 7, Melvin Boateng. Forward, number 13, Xavier Silva. And forward, number 19, Chandler Crawshaw. And we are underway here at the Lake Myrtle Sports Complex in Auburndale. Tonight's UPSL matchup. And again, another bit of a showdown for the Tropics. They had a first place showdown last week and really did not get the result, of course, that they were looking for, falling by a 2-0 score to Dragon City FC out of Sarasota. So that put Dragon City atop the Florida West standings in the UPSL's Southeastern Conference. And it is a wild, wild west for second place in the division, because no less than 4 teams heading into play this weekend were tied with 6 points, the Tropics and the Conquistadors among them. Carvalho looking to get an early scoring chance there. Good defensive play by Frudakis to break that one up. Arias can't control it. It'll be a throw in here for the Conquistadors. Their first season in the UPSL, they play out of the Lakewood Ranch area, Bradenton. And this is a rematch of the season opener for both of these teams as the Tropics again push forward. This is Teixeira with it. Teixeira dangerous, and it's good save by Barr right off the bat here. One actually stays in play, and now they're going to call it a throw-in for the Tropics. Teixeira is a man to watch here for Florida tonight. He was very impressive in coming in and a relief role last week against Dragon City. 32-year-old, lots of experience from Brazil. He's got it now on that left wing side. Got Carvalho with him and Enrique Bruno also, or Bruno Enrique rather, up at the top of the box. And that was Enrique there. He wears number 17. Monaleros will intercept and Ivo Diaz will settle it back to Fernando Moron, number 4, who is making his first start of the season for Florida. Long ball ahead of the field. It looks like it's on sides to Enrique. Enrique will track it down. Makes a nice move. Will drive towards the box. Dangerous opportunity here. Enrique in front and couldn't quite get it through to Teixeira, who was lurking on the far side of the box. Well, Lucas Teixeira, no relation, the head coach of the Tropics, wanted to see more aggressiveness from his offense here tonight, and he's already seen it in the first 4 minutes as the Tropics have had a couple of good opportunities. Very nice move by Enrique there to set up an opportunity in front that never quite developed, but it had potential, no question. Monaleros will send it back the other way. It was the frustration of the game against Dragon City a week ago. Tropics had a ton of possession in that game, probably 75% of the possession time, but really did not, for all the time they had the ball, did not create a lot of great scoring opportunities. Here's a nice run on the right side by Arias. So Lucas Teixeira, the head coach of the Tropics, and of course, longtime defender for the Florida Tropics of the Major Arena Soccer League, spent some of this week at least wanting to see his club be more aggressive. Ball into the box by Guilherme, and Carvalho couldn't quite catch up to it there. Another reason that Teixeira wanted to see his side be more aggressive is they have gotten off to some slow starts this year. And that too is uncharacteristic of this Florida Tropics side. Now finally some possession for the Conquistadores. Ball ahead, chipped over Silva's head and in. Frudakis will get credit for the goal. As Hugo Silva kind of got caught in no man's land here. And Frudakis was able to chip it over Silva, and at the 6-minute mark here of the first half, it's 1-0 PSE. Don't know if the wind affected that or not. Hadn't really even had a chance to talk about how windy it is here tonight. A very pleasant evening in Auburndale. A little bit cloudy at the moment, but a very stiff breeze blowing here at Lake Myrtle, and that will be a factor here tonight, especially on corner kicks and long balls into the box like that one. And not sure Silva had anticipated that wind perhaps holding that ball up a little, and he never got to it, and Frudakis was able to chip it in. So credit to the Conquistadors for again breaking on top, as they did in the home opener over in Bradenton for these two teams back in late September. It was actually the first time ever in UPSL regular season play that the Tropics had trailed in a game. Here's another chance into the box, and we'll say play on as Guilherme is able to take it away. Comes the counter now for the Tropics. 4-on-4. And there's a long ball that's going to get halfway to Frostproof. Duque, number 8, is the team's leading scorer this year. He did not play last week. Another problem for the Tropics. They were missing their 2 leading scorers in Duque and Of course, the incomparable Victor Pereira, who was really the face of the Tropics franchise, became the Tropics MASL all-time leading scorer this past season, and he is sitting out his second consecutive game now. Got a hamstring issue going on and just not able to shake it. He actually warmed up last week before the Dragon City loss and decided would be more of a detriment to be on the field than off, so he sat out last week, and they were hoping for a game time decision perhaps today, but Pereira did not even dress for warm-ups. He has been in his civvies all afternoon, so no Victor Pereira, but Duque is back. Ball ahead to Carvalho from Duque, but knocked away. 1-0 Conquistadors as Monolaris steps up now. Monolaris. Duque with a collision, and Haji was the man for the Conquistadors that took the hit there, so the foul was called. Enrique and now Carvalho with it. Carvalho tried to find Teixeira ahead of the field, couldn't do it, but Carvalho gets it back to Enrique. Enrique presses forward. Enrique chips it on the left side to Mills, who tries to drive it in front for Carvalho, knocked out of play. It'll be a corner kick for the Tropics, their first of the game. This will be coming from the far sideline, and this will be wind aided. The wind is blowing, if you're looking at the field here on the YouTube channel tonight, blowing from the far side of the field to the near side. So any corner kicks from the far side will get a boost, and any corner kicks from the near side will tend to get knocked down. Here's Guillerme with it. Tries to send it into the box, but nobody there. Didn't get much elevation on that ball. Here's Arias. Oh, nice move. There's a chance for the Conquistadors. And Arias, oh, he makes a great recovery. Nice work by Pablo Arias after Nicolas Colanchi made a pretty move on him. But give credit to Arias for continuing to work, and Colanchi made one move too many near the top of the box, and Arias was able to recover. But a dangerous free kick here now for the Conquistadors. They already have a 1-0 lead. Colanchi is number 10, who may take it. We'll see. Oviedo, number 12, is also in the neighborhood. Now he backs off, so wouldn't be surprised if Colanchi pulls the trigger. He approaches. There's the shot, and it just trickles wide as Silva gets a piece of it. Hugo got a hand on it, and then I think it caromed off the post and out. So give Silva credit because he was able to just get a hand on that one. Here's Guillerme with a long ball ahead looking for Arias, but it was broken up neatly by Scargo on the defense. Another counter for the Conquistadors. Colanchi, left side of the box. Got some room to operate into the 12th minute here. Through ball is headed back over the sideline. It'll be a throw in here for the Conquistadors. 12th minute, 1-0 PSE. Monolaris will look to break out of the back here with it. Guillerme ahead to Corey Mills. Now the Conquistadors came about as close as you can come to it. 2-0 lead and weren't able to convert that free kick opportunity from just at the top of the box. Hugo Silva with a great save made sure that it stayed right at 1-0. Good to see Byron and Kristen from United Refrigeration and Air Conditioning out here tonight. One of the Tropics' great sponsors and the folks that take care of my air conditioning unit and have done a fabulous job in doing so. This is Teixeira with it. Trying to get it in the box, does to Mills briefly, and then back to Guillerme. And now Ivo Diaz with it. Arias making a run on the right. Arias with a cross in front, and Guillerme couldn't get a head on it. It'll stay in. Mills will again get it through the box, and again, nobody there for the Tropics. Enrique and Carvalho were there, but it was behind them. Teixeira again with it. Cross in front, gets it to Enrique. Tried to settle, and by the time he finally did, it was much too late as the PSE defense was able to shut down that opportunity. He was able to get a one-timer off there. That would have been the play, but Najee was there to make the block. 15th minute, PSE 1, Florida no score. Arias will intercept in front of Malachi. Goal kick coming up here for Barr. Good. Looking for Carvalho, but the offsides flag is up. Ricardo just a step too quick there. And the wind may have had something to do with that, carrying the ball deep as well. We said kind of a cross breeze, but also, if anything, blowing a little bit left or right as well. So, and it has definitely been strong enough most of the afternoon, and at least here the early part of the evening in Auburndale to play a difference, to make a difference. Although, I do think it has tamped down just a little bit in the last 30 minutes or so. Ivo Diaz gets it on the right side to Enrique. He'll press forward now. Arias making a run to his right. Arias through ball to Carvalho, and Carvalho again can't quite catch up with it. Conquistadors wanted offsides, but the flag was down. But the ball just a little quick to get to Carvalho, and he couldn't quite corral it. But offensively, the Tropics playing with more purpose here, certainly, than they did last week against Dragon City, where, as we said, lots of possession time, but not a lot in terms of really quality chances and passes with purpose, I guess I would call it. A lot of back and forth and side to side, but not a lot of attacking. Now here's Enrique again. Here's it on the right side to Duque. Duque in front, and that's knocked away. It would be a corner kick coming up here for the Tropics. Again, another good surge forward. Nicholas Scargill, number 5, was able to step in front of that cross, but Pedro Ivo Diaz will take the corner here. which is where the Tropics miss Victor a lot. He is the guy who takes all the corners and the direct kicks when given the opportunity. Duque with 3 goals, Pereira's with 2 to lead the Tropics this year. The ball in front, and that never got through. Here's Mills with a long chance. Goal! Corey Mills blasts one in from about 30 yards away. And the Tropics have tied it here in the 18th minute. A lot of traffic in front. It might have deflected off one of the PSE players in front there just enough to sneak inside the post. And the Tropics are even at 1. Corey Mills gets his first of the season. Great strike from Mills there. And that's exactly what we've been talking about. The Tropics getting more aggressive. Getting more shots on goal, and results now in a 1-1 game. So new life here at Lake Myrtle for the Tropics. With, as I said, clearly played with more focus and more energy and more aggression here in the first 20 minutes than we saw much of last week. Chip through into the box, careful here. Still loose in there, and finally it'll be controlled by Monolaris, and actually the offsides flag was up, so Tropics will get a quick restart here. Mills with it. Chance down the left side now. Here's Teixeira. Cuts to the top of the box. Teixeira gets his shot blocked. Picked up now by Duque. Scott Arias open on the far wing. Teixeira got away, actually, of the pass to Arias. Now Pablo with it. Pablo towards the end line. Can't there you go. Get it by his counterpart, Najee. Pair number 2s. Guilherme will settle it down now here for Florida. Gets it to Mills. Ivo Diaz will reverse course. Gets it to Guilherme. Now on the left wing again to Teixeira. Teixeira tries to move into the box. Can't get there. Ivo Diaz with it. Middle of the field to Monolaris. Enrique. Enrique tries to get a path to goal. Referee says play on. Arias should be able to corral this one. Actually, he'll leave it for Duque. Mills will settle things down, and Tropics will build forward from the midfield area. Guilherme. Teixeira will give and go with Guilherme. Guilherme tries to get it in front, deflected on goal, and Barr was able to make the save. Nobody there for Florida to make the rebound try. Again, across in front. Enrique unable to find that one. Good work by Corey Mills. He's the Energizer Bunny out there right now. Exactly the kind of effort and energy the Tropics are looking for here tonight. That goal certainly energizing the Florida side. Not that they have played poorly here. It's that moment of indecision by Hugo Silva on the ball into the box, costing them that first goal. Great save on that direct kick, and then it's been mostly all Tropics since then. Here's Enrique. Enrique was looking far post, and was well wide of the mark. 23rd minute here at Lake Myrtle. This is the 4th of 5 straight home games between UPSL foes in the Florida West. That'll conclude on November 1st as we have a break in the action here. Tropics homestand will conclude, as we said, on Sunday, November 1st, when Sporting City Tampa Bay comes to town. The Tropics then will be on the road for the entire month of November before a Saturday night special December 5th to close out the home portion of the schedule. So we said the Tropics currently part of a big log jam for second place in the division. But a long way to go. 12 games in the regular season. So the Tropics just a quarter of the way into their schedule right now. Dragon City sits on top with a 3-0-1 mark. Winter Haven actually able to get a draw with Dragon City this weekend, so they have, at least for the time being, moved into second place in the division, but they have played 5 games already at 2-2-1. And then 3 teams now with 6 points each and a tie for third. The Conquistadors and Tropics, each 2-1-0. The St. Petersburg Aztecs are 2-2-0. They have played 4 games, but also have 6 points. Hurricane FC in 6th with a record of 1-4, 3 points, and then Sporting Tampa Bay bringing up the rear. They've only played twice so far, and they are 0-2.
Hey! Come on. Hey!
So kind of a bye weekend next weekend for the Tropics. First one they've had in a few weeks, and that'll be welcome to try and get some of the walking wounded back, including Victor Ferreras. No Gerritsen Crane tonight either. He injured a knee a couple of games ago and did not dress last week, did not dress here tonight. After that home game on November 1st, the Tropics will be on the road Saturday, November 7th against St. Petersburg. The Aztecs hosting that Saturday night game. The rematch against Winter Haven, by the way, which should be a lot of fun, will be November 21st. That'll be a Saturday night, and we'll let you know via the Tropics social media sites and website at fltropics.com and Facebook exactly where that game will be played in Winter Haven. They have been playing the United half of most of their home games at Lake Maud, but I don't know if that will be the case for that game or not, so we'll wait to find out, and we will certainly share that information with you. But it was a really terrific rain-soaked battle here a couple of Sundays ago that the Tropics pulled away in the second half for a 4-1 win. But Winter Haven, a very good side this year, and they show that with a second place standing now in the table. Here comes Teixeira back the other way from Florida. Teixeira trying to get a step on the defense, and it's knocked over the sideline and out of play. Shero with it, gets it to Arias. Arias gets across in front. There's Enrique with a shot. They can hit the crossbar. Bar apparently got a piece of it because they're going to call it a corner kick. What a great opportunity for the Tropics there. And Bar just does get a piece of it, and then it goes off the crossbar and out of play. Tropics hit 2 crossbars last week and being shut out for the first time ever. Here's the corner. It's going to be wind blown all the way to Montoleras, who tried to head it back post, maybe looking for Carvalho, but it was a little too heavy. Well, that was a pretty effort there, and Enrique shaking his head over that one. These two teams part of the UPSL's Division I setup. UPSL with almost 400 teams coast to coast in several different divisions. Division I being the top of the ladder as far as the UPSL is concerned. Rolando Oviedo was the player shaken up there for the Conquistadores. He's okay. '30th minute here. Almost to the 31st minute now in Auburndale tonight. Live Florida Tropics Soccer. Good to have you along. As always, thanks to our many great sponsors, including Bond Clinic, Brooks Law Group, Dixie Signs, United Refrigeration and Air Conditioning, Ink Screen Printing, Teriyaki Madness, and Devoted Health Plans, along with Stumpy's Marketing Group and Southern Homes, Residential Roofing, all part of the great sponsorship tree here for the Tropics. Here's Ivo Diaz attacking top of the box. Gets it left side to Enrique again. Enrique trying to create a lane in the middle. Ivo Diaz was taken down, no whistle. And here's Colucci with it, who had that great run and scoring chance earlier in the half that was taken away by Arias at the last second. Good soccer here tonight at Lake Myrtle, both talented sides. Arias will control it now for Florida. Enrique gets it to head to Mills, looking for Carvalho on the run. Carvalho leaves it for Enrique now. Enrique couldn't quite control it, and Conquistadors will counter. Other sponsors to mention here tonight: the Winghouse Bar and Grill, CPS Investment Advisors, and Rock and Bounces, all part of the Tropics family. Love to see you out here at Lake Myrtle next Sunday. Tropics will be home for the last time until December. Free admission. Parking is $10 for single driver vehicles, and multi-occupant vehicles $20 to park. And so pack the van and bring out the whole group for $20. Yerme. Chero with it now. give and go between Arias and Enrique. Now down to Duque. Right back to Arias. And that one will be sent over the end line. So it'll be a corner kick for the Tropics. This is about their third one of the evening. They have not been too close yet on any of them. They had, I don't know, 15 last week. It was just that kind of night. Nothing was clicking offensively, really from start to finish, despite what looked like at times were going to be some very good chances. There's the ball into the box, and Barr comes out of there, still loose. There's a header, and Fernando Moron, who would come up from his defensive spot, just misses. Nice play by Duque, but Tropics will control his Teixeira, tries to get it in front, couldn't do it. He'll get his own carom back. Mills will track it down now. Mills trying to work around one of the Conquistador defenders, but will get a corner kick out of it instead. So good work by Corey Mills there. 1-1. Tropics getting the tying goal from Corey Mills on a blast from about 30 yards out. Ivo Diaz will tee it up on the far side, again downwind from that side of the field. Turns in front, and the header chance goes high and wide, so it'll be a goal kick for the Conquistadors. I think it was Fernando Moron again who came up from that defensive spot. He actually had a clean strike at it there. Duque will intercept that goal kick. Everything challenged both ways here tonight. This has been a quick, physical, but pretty clean game. Not chippy at all yet. Just quick and clean, and there's a hard tackle by Arias. Took Kalachi down, and those two have had their own pretty good personal battle here in the first 45. The serve toward the goal. Gola going to track it down, and he's able to handle that one cleanly. Again, that is not an easy play on a windy night. Track that one right from the start and had it all the way. The airmate can't control it. Mills on the intercept, and Teixeira will counter. Mills making a run to his right, Enrique with it. Trying to use his body there to get around one of the Conquistadors near the top of the box. Couldn't do it.
Over here.
Teixeira.
Over here. There you go.
Tries to get it through to Carvalho, and will harmlessly go out of play. 37th minute, winding down here in the first half. 1-1 our score. Kyle Frudakis opens the scoring, and then here's Enrique ahead of the field now. Enrique pushes it forward, shot, and he cannot get it turned to goal. Did not quite get his hips turned in enough to get it in on goal. Great run by Enrique, who hit a crossbar earlier and just misses on that opportunity here. It was a good play. The offsides flag was down, and Enrique made that one extra push to try and get Barr out of position, and then just couldn't quite get turned enough towards goal to pick off the short side. Nice effort by Enrique. Teixeira with a run. And it'll be a corner kick again here for the Tropics. Much better first half here for Florida tonight than a week ago. Chance for Carvalho, another chance, and that's just volleyed over the top. Carvalho missed on a attempt, and then Monalaris, was it? No, it was, we'll see who it was. Just a minute, was it it was Duque, who made a bid for his fourth of the season. And just put it about a foot over the crossbar. The Tropics, if they continue this aggressive offensive play, they're going to get more than one tonight. They have been close on 2 or 3 occasions here without getting a result as Enrique drives it high and wide. 40th minute. On a windy and almost coolish night because of this breeze here in Auburndale. Whistle against the Conquistadors, so here's a chance coming back, and Enrique couldn't quite get that one as a good defensive play was made in front, but again a corner here for the Tropics. So this is probably a half dozen here in the first half. Starting to look a little bit like last week with all these corners and no real result on any of them. A little higher this time, goes to the far box, and Carvalho just ran out of space on the far post. Wind, I think, curved that one maybe a little more than Naivo Diaz was expecting as well. As we said, if you're watching on YouTube tonight, the wind kind of blowing diagonally from the left far side of the field to the near right side of the field. Here's Arias to Enrique. Back to Arias. Arias with a chance, and again, high and wide. Had a couple of Tropics there. That actually was a much better opportunity than it turned out to look like. Here's Guilherme with the intercept now. Guilherme. He tries to make the cross. Handball not called, but another corner. Yeah, that last ball there by Arias, he had a lot of room to operate and a couple of Tropics, couple of options on the far post, and just got under it a little too much. Diaz will send it towards goal here. Again on its way, and it skitters through the box, and it'll be a goal kick coming up here for Barr. 43rd minute. Wouldn't expect that there's a lot of stoppage time. Never quite sure, of course. They did take a water break, so to speak, midway through the first half, but other than that, there hasn't been a lot of injury time, so probably 3 minutes or so of stoppage time, I'll guess. The counter for the Conquistadors, one of the rare times they've had an opportunity in goal, and sent across, and Colucci could not catch up with it. So going to be a goal kick, I believe, for Silver, or did they say it's deflected off? And it'll be a throw in here. Apparently this went over the sideline, not the end line. Goes Cruz, number 17, was not able to control it there for PSE, so it'll be a restart for the Tropics. Enrique with a collision there against Najee, but play on, says the official, as Mills has it, the goal scorer for Florida. On the right side now to Duque. Enrique trying to make an overlapping run. Gives it off to Enrique. Enrique is knocked down, no call. Not a lot of contact there. Heading towards the final minute of regulation here in the first half. 1-1 our score. Pretty entertaining half of soccer. Both teams have had chances. Tropics have hit a crossbar. Teixeira pushes it forward, shot, and a goal! Pretty move by Alexandre Teixeira in the 45th minute, and he sneaks it inside the far post, a worm burner. And as we mentioned near the top of the broadcast, expecting to see some big things from Teixeira tonight, and there we go. Got our first look at him in relief last week, and he was impressive, and gets the start here tonight and gives the Tropics their first lead in about 3 weeks, since they had the lead against Winter Haven United here on that rainy night a couple of weeks ago. They did not, of course, have a lead at all in the shutout loss last week and then fall behind early. And we have a whistle, and that is going to be the half. So there is actually no stoppage time whatsoever. So Teixeira able to give the Tropics a 2-1 lead on a very pretty individual effort right before intermission. So we'll step aside for a few minutes. We'll regroup and get ready for the second half. Hope you will rejoin us then. It is the Florida Tropics 2 and the PSE Conquistadores 1, back in just a few minutes. Just about ready to go here for the second half at Lake Myrtle Sports Complex in Auburndale. As the Florida Tropics and PSE Conquistadors locked in a pretty good battle here tonight. Expected that it would be a good game, and we have not been disappointed. The Tropics have been more aggressive and more energetic than we saw a week ago in that loss to Dragon City, so lessons learned perhaps. After 20 consecutive wins, 18 of them coming in the spring of 2019, when the Tropics, of course, rolled all the way to a national championship and then started the season 2-0. Nice little move there by Mills. Couldn't get it through, however. Ivo Diaz tried to get through some traffic there. Couldn't do it, but the Tropics will retain possession. Guillermo on the throw-in now. Did have just a couple of light sprinkles at halftime, and I mean very light and very brief. Not really anything on the radar to indicate that we're in for some inclement weather here. Some scattered showers, very scattered throughout the area as Teixeira is held up and the foul was called. Teixeira with the go-ahead goal last minute of the first half. A very, very pretty individual effort, and he's got it again now. Teixeira. I think got his foot stepped on. He will walk it off, which is good news. Don't want to lose Teixeira. Ivo Diaz will get the free kick here. Tropics will load it up on the far post. Sent that way, and it is headed out. And Conquistador is able to clear the area. There's a 3-on-2 counter, in fact. Colucci right down the middle of the field, and Arias able to make the defensive play. That's a big moment as the Conquistadors set up on a very good counter right there, and a whistle, and that one will be offsides against the Conquistadors. So Conquistadores, actually, if you're using the Spanish pronunciation, they put the D-O-R-E-S on the end. In their first season of UPSL play, instead kind of out of the Lakewood Ranch area, play their home games over in Bradenton, and have proven to be a very nice addition to the league. Here's Teixeira again, one-on-one. Teixeira pushes it towards the top of the box, and this time doesn't get a very good strike. As he created some opportunity, though, again for himself. And it's been fun to watch him play here this evening. Fernando Marone takes it away. Long ball from Monolaris to Enrique on the far sideline. I don't believe that the Tropics made any halftime substitutions, none that I have picked up on yet. And quite honestly, I don't see that there would be any reason to do that. Tropics as good a half of soccer as they have played maybe all year. Didn't give up that first goal. Here's a nice ball to Teixeira ahead of the field, and Teixeira couldn't settle it. He was onside, but just missed the connection. Nobody that we can see warming up either on the Tropics bench at the moment, but that may very well change. Guillermo with the throw-in. All the way back to Silva, who had a huge save on that direct kick right near the top of the box after the Conquistadors had a 1-0 lead already. Just got a hand on it and then glanced off the post and out. Had PSE converted there. Who knows how the first half might have played out, but very big save after a bit of a misplay on the first goal. See if Teixeira can settle, and he does. Mills, middle of the field to Duque. Duque had a couple of chances in that first half, did not score. He's the team's leading scorer with 3. There's a run by Arias. Guillermo picks it up now. Trying to thread the needle to Arias and couldn't do it, and PSC will head the other way here. 52nd minute, 2-1 Florida. will send it towards the midfield line. Carvalho with control now. He'll settle it back to Guilherme. Maron. He'll play it all the way back to his goalkeeper Hugo Silva, who was the second team All-Major Arena Soccer League All-Star this past season when the Tropics went 18-3 before the pandemic shut things down, earning the NASL's Eastern Conference regular season championship. Tropics will be back at the RP Funding Center this winter for a 5th year. Can't tell you exactly when that'll start. The league looking at a lot of options in terms of restarting, and I think it's fairly safe to say it'll be after the first of the year, maybe February. Last report they were still looking at January, but of course just don't know how things will play out pandemic-wise, and so we'll just have to take it as it comes. But the plan certainly is to play a 5th season as Maron gets a little physical there. But whether that comes in January or February or March, we'll be there to chronicle it for you. But right now the focus is outdoors here, and perhaps a chance to defend a UPSL championship that they won in the spring of 2019. Of course, the UPSL did not play a spring 2020 schedule because of the pandemic. Ivo Diaz gets it ahead to Mills, who's got a little room to roam. Nice little ball ahead to Duque. Duque tried to find Teixeira behind the Conquistador defense, but never got through. Big play over there by Enrique. He'll push it towards the box. Still on his feet. Good push forward by Enrique. And he bobbles it and not able to get it to Mills. Enrique had a couple of chances in that first half as well. 55th minute here. All 3 goals coming in the first half. Mills and Teixeira doing the honors for the Tropics. Here's a chance now. Push into the box, cross in front, and great defensive play. Teixeira robbed of his second goal of the night. We'll catch that number in just a moment for the Conquistadors, because that deserves credit where credit due. A great defensive stop, as Teixeira was set up far post, and it looked like an easy redirect for the Tropics' 3rd of the night, and he was denied. Marcus Minetti was the defender who made that play, so give Minetti full marks for staying home and keeping it a 2-1 game. By far the best chance either side has had here in the first 11 minutes of the second half. Carvalho trying to track it down. He's been a little quiet. Mills on the defense. Whistle and Tropics player down. That might be Enrique that's down over there. And the Tropics perhaps getting ready for their first substitution of the game. Looks like Wendell Albuquerque may be coming in. So Enrique back to his feet. Walking a little slowly towards the Tropics bench area. We're back under action here. Intercept by Ivo Diaz. Ball from Arias just a little too far ahead, rather, for Teixeira, rather. Pushed that a little too far ahead for Ivo Diaz. Albuquerque waiting to get the okay to come in, and there it comes, I believe. So Albuquerque will, in fact, replace Bruno Enrique, who had a nice game here tonight. Just missed on, as we said, a few opportunities, but some fresh legs now in the form of Albuquerque, who, as we saw last week and noted in our Tropics Weekly segment with him on Facebook this past week, talked a little bit about his speed, a Brazilian who played in Czechoslovakia as well. In his first season with the Tropics. Arias. Albuquerque will get his first touch. 2-1 Tropics, 60th minute here. Another nice turnout at Lake Murray on a breezy evening. I'd say it's more breezy now than windy. It was downright windy for much of the afternoon, but with nighttime having fallen, still breezy, but not quite as impactful, perhaps, on some of the corner kicks and balls into the box that we saw in the first half. We did have just a couple of sprinkles at halftime, but have been okay since. Here's the ball through. Look out here. Carlucci with it. Carlucci gets it in front. Still loose. There's a crack and a nice block in there by Ivo Diaz. Still a chance for the Conquistadors. Chipped, and that will go out of play. So nice work by Pedro Ivo Diaz getting back to get a leg in there at the top of the box to deny the Conquistadors a tying opportunity. Stays 2-1. A couple of sprinkles here. But nothing at all like we had 2 Sundays ago against Winter Haven. There's substitution coming here for the Tropics. Ricardo Carvalho will head to the bench, and for reasons totally unknown to me, got a yellow card when he was heading off the field. I believe this is Xavier Silva coming in, but we'll double check that. It is Silva, so no relation to the goalkeeper Hugo. Second Substitution of the half now for head coach Lucas Teixeira. Fresh legs up front with Hugo Silva and Wendell Albuquerque. Jeremy tries to get in there. Silva comes out. It'll be a corner kick here for the Conquistadors as Rendon and Silva almost came to contact in the box there. Not been a lot of corners for PSE tonight. They will do this one into the breeze. Just a mist falling. A couple of sprinkles. He said, don't think it'll be anything too severe. Long, high ball. And that's going to sail over everyone's head. And I think the Conquistadors were thinking what I was thinking, that the wind might have an impact right there, and it didn't. Caleb Roldan was the one who took it. Hugo Silva with some words of encouragement, I guess we'll call it. Trying to make sure his defense does all they can to protect this 2-1 lead. The good news is there's really nothing on radar that's going to show any big kind of showers. This is such a light mist that it's almost like when you get up in the morning and you have that heavy fog, and it is more of a mist than a rain, but a little bit of precip falling here. Hugo Silva with the header try. Yerme controls to Teixeira. Oh, nice little touch to Silva, who gets it back to Teixeira. Boy, he is really a fine-looking player. Tropics more than happy to have him on their side for sure. Here is Mills, who got the Tropics equalizer in the first half. All the scoring in the first half. Teixeira going to get a yellow here. Heading towards the 66th minute here. Teixeira going to keep it in play. Mills will take the conservative route back to Guillerme. And to Teixeira. Teixeira will push forward now. Mills. Little ball through to Hugo Silva. Silva will move into the box. The top shot, and that one just sails high and wide. Didn't miss by a lot. Good strike by Hugo Silva. It's that fresh energy in there. Some big goals for the Tropics. Last season. A little heavier the precipitation here. I don't think it's going to last long, but just enough to be kind of annoying. Here comes Duque. Right side to Albuquerque now. Albuquerque fresh legs out there. Long cross into the box. Wind will push that one out of play. Teixeira a little bit shaken up. Might be a cramp here. A real cramping kind of weather here tonight. Obviously time. Substitute coming in for the Tropics. It's Melvin Boateng that'll get the call, and Kevin Duque will head to the bench here in the 68th minute. So Boateng, the third. Third set of fresh legs out there for Lucas Teixeira, and it looks like Chandler Crawshaw is also getting loose on the Tropics sideline. We've seen him, I think, in every game so far this year as a second half replacement. Not sure how bad it may look on television. It looks worse than it actually is with this sideways drizzle. Well, it wouldn't be Tropic soccer without a little inclement weather, right? Antonio Manfoot is also checked in now, so Teixeira going to his bench to try and keep fresh legs out there. Conquistadors have brought in several substitutes as well. This game has been played at a pretty quick pace. Pace that I think Lucas Teixeira wanted to see tonight. Here's Boateng with his first touch. Gets it on the left side to Guilherme. Guilherme. To Mills now. Gets it to Boateng. Boateng loses it at the top of the box. And here comes the Conquistadors on a counter. Colucci, who had a great opportunity denied in the first half on a excellent recovery by Pablo Arias. Boateng is taken down hard. And Jorge got the worst of that. Play on, says the official. Boateng recovers, gets it to Mills, left side to Antonio Manfoot. Manfoot cuts it towards the top of the box now.
Come on, Manfoot!
Imo Diaz. Gets it left side to Albuquerque. '71st minute, 2-1 Florida. It's moved by Colucci again. Finally has it taken away, and here comes Mills. Left side to Guilherme. Guilherme. Boateng let it go. And Alera steps up to keep possession for Florida. Tropics trying to duplicate what they did at the end of September when they opened the regular season against these same Conquistadors and won it 2-1, and that's where we're at right now, 2-1. Goal kick coming up here for PSE.
Full kick by Barr. Albuquerque couldn't quite collect it. Arias on the defense in that far corner now. Manfoot back with a good defensive play. Albuquerque gets ahead of the field. Silva with it. And finally back to Barr. It's gotten a little nasty here at Lake Myrtle with this wind. And settled down quite a bit towards the end of the first half. And did see a little bit of a rainbow off to the eastern sky. So we knew there was a little bit of precipitation in the area. We've had a pretty good drizzle here for the last 10 minutes or so, driven by this unrelenting wind that has picked back up. Manfoot gives it to Ivo Diaz. Silva with it now, trying to hit Diaz perhaps with a return pass and couldn't do it. Conquistadors opened the scoring in the first half. And Arias with a good recovery, and it'll be a corner kick for PSE here. Then goals by Mills and Teixeira right before intermission. And that is where we stand. There have been no goals here in the second half, 2-1. Tropics continue to lead it. Almost to the 75th minute now. Rain is finally letting up here. Incorrect to call it a rain, but it was more than just a light mist. About those Tampa Bay Buccaneers tonight, they were down, I believe, 10-0 in their game and came back to annihilate the Packers by a final of 38-10. Good for them. Signature win there. Here's a corner for PSE. Knocked out of there by Boateng. Manfoot going to try and track it down. He'll run out of room. Cross in front. Another chance. Boateng able to knock it away, and Florida's able to clear it out to the midfield line. That sustained pressure that the Conquistadors have. Takeaway by Silva. Silva, and he loses it. Mills almost snuck in there for another takeaway himself, but couldn't quite catch up.
Fall into the road. And paint it.
Marcus Minetti, who was shaken up. Call for a little medical attention here in the 77th minute. Don't forget the Tropics off next week, so enjoy the weekend, and then we'll see you right back here Sunday, November 1st, when Sporting Tampa Bay comes to town. See the last game of the homestand. And then an extended stretch on the road at Winter Haven, highlighting the local part of the schedule, at least on November 21st. That is the Saturday before Thanksgiving, so that should be a lot of fun against the United, who will be looking to avenge their loss here a couple of weekends ago. But the United right now in second place in the division, although they have played 5 games, and the Tropics have only played 3. Should Florida hold on for a win here tonight, they would move into second place with 9 points and still have a game in hand on Winter Haven. 4 teams came into the weekend tied for second behind Dragon City FC that burst that Tropics win streak last week. Manfoot trying to battle over there. Mills steps in, but the Conquistadors will keep control. Albuquerque looking for some possession over there. He and Boateng converge, and Albuquerque will come out of there with the ball. Over the sideline, so it'll be a throw in here for PSE. Boateng on the intercept. Boateng. Left side to Mills, was a little too far. He gets it back in front, and Barr was able to collect as Boateng had pulled up. Good idea with Mills and Boateng there, just didn't quite make the connection. Heading towards the 80th minute now. Still 2-1 Florida. And a well-played game here tonight. 2 talented sides. Expected that it would be close and well played, and it has been. Silva gonna take it himself. Just enough rain out here to make you a little nervous every time either goalkeeper handles the ball. Papadaka was in there to or rather that was the goal scorer Tadakis in there to challenge Silva just a moment ago. Mills on the left wing now to Manfoot. Nice little run by Mills. Corey's still with it, trying to keep it in play, and it'll be sent over the end line. It'll be a corner kick for the Tropics. They had a bunch in the first half, but not had as many here in the second. And this will be into the wind. Precipitation is happily stopped. The umbrellas are going down, and hopefully we'll stay dry the rest of the way here. Pedro Diaz has it where he likes it in the corner circle. Sent into the box. Boateng in there. Boateng with a shot. Goal! Big one for the Tropics as Melvin Boateng is able to settle it near the far post and buries it in the back of the net for a 3-1 lead. And that'll make the Magic Man pretty intolerable at the office this week. Right?
Yes.
First of the year for Boateng. And a big one for the Tropics as they now lead at 3-1. Not over yet, but nice to have that insurance marker. Still about 8 minutes of regulation time, and then whatever might be added in stoppage time. So one of the few corner kick opportunities the Tropics have had here in the second half, and they're able to convert after missing on a ton of them last week and quite a few in the first half here tonight. But nice footwork by Boateng. He was able to settle it and in traffic, no less, and still have time to bury it. Long shot goes well over the cage, so it'll be a goal kick coming up for the Tropics here. 3-1 now. So Florida would be back in second place with a win here. And 2-0 against the Conquistadors.
We're going to make my camera out to do that again.
Well, from the opening whistle tonight, it's been a much better effort for the Tropics than we saw in that loss last week. Here's Silva with it. Swings it wide to Albuquerque. Albuquerque cuts it in front with a shot. Goal! Albuquerque with his second of the year. The Tropics all of a sudden pouring it on now. They lead it 4-1.
We got 2 goals. Score's now 4-1.
Now the final will look a little more lopsided than the game really was, with the Conquistadors pressing to get back in it. Down 3-1, they give up the goal to Albuquerque. As we mentioned, Wendell, the subject of our regular Facebook feature, Tropics Weekly, this past week. So if you didn't get a chance to check it out, please do. And you can find out about his soccer travels that took him from Brazil to Europe to college soccer in the U.S. to the Tropics now. Good depth on this Tropics roster when you can bring guys like Albuquerque and Silva, Xavier Silva in on off the bench. Manfoot.
There you go. There you go.
Flaco Trajano is also in for the Tropics now. Number 21, Trajano's first appearance, and Manfoot goes down hard. And they will say play on. Corey Rose wonders why. Fortunately, Antonio's going to be okay, looks like. Always a little scary when you get that leg-to-leg contact. Albuquerque goes down hard, no whistle again. And now they will finally blow the whistle to allow for some medical attention here. This Monolaris is getting a talking to by the referee. Didn't actually see a yellow card come out, but may have been one there. I'm not sure. So Albuquerque will limp off here, but looks like he might be okay. Not sure what we've got coming up here on the far side, whether it's a drop ball or corner, I'm not sure. Or maybe a drop. Yeah, it'll be the Tropics clearing the zone here. Final minute and a half of regulation time. 4-1 Florida. They're waiting 2 late goals here. Boateng and Albuquerque to as we said, make it look a little perhaps more lopsided than it was. The Tropics definitely had a little more possession and a few more chances than the Conquistadors, but PSE certainly nothing to be tucking their tail between their legs about here. They're a good side. Just a much more focused and energetic and aggressive effort by the Tropics tonight paying off. Direct kick here for Conquistadors comes from a dangerous spot. Can really draw back to that big save that Silva made fairly early in the first half, already down 1-0, and that direct kick from the top of the box that Silva just got a hand on and then went off the post and stayed out. Block in there by Monolaris. Just have to wonder just how differently things may have played out had it been 2-0 PSC at that point. And that is the final whistle, and we are done here at Lake Myrtle. So the Tropics respond in fine fashion here tonight after losing their first game ever in the UPSL a week ago. They come back with a big 4-1 win over the Conquistadors and move back into second place in the Florida West Division of the UPSL's Southeastern Conference. We will not be talking with you next weekend, but we will in 2 weeks when the Tropics are here hosting Sporting Tampa Bay. That again, a Sunday night kickoff, 6 o'clock on the Florida Tropics YouTube channel. So if we don't see you here at Lake Myrtle, we hope to see you on the YouTube channel Sunday, November 1st. The final, once again, the Florida Tropics 4, the PSE Conquistadors 1. Have a great week, everybody.